tutorial 5 we are going to learn Constraint Toolbar. Today we'll discuss following topics. First topic is, let me introduce the bullet. First topic is constraints defined. Let's improve this. Constraints defined in dialog box. Second is constraint. Third is contact constraint. The next is fix together. Then auto constraint. Then edit multi constraint. Now let's launch CATIA V5 and see changes in these commands. And this is CATIA V5. Now let's take a new part and on the sketcher workbench and give it a name of Constraint Toolbar drawing. Click on OK button. Let's take a sketch on YZ plane and drag drop the constraint toolbar. First is constraint defined in dialog box. Let's create a line, for example. Create another line and create a circle. These objects are underdefined, shown by white color, as you can see here. Now let us just click on the line, select the constraint, and you can switch between the horizontal or vertical. So this is a constraint defined by constraint defined box. Now let's just select the line, click on define. Let's define it as vertical. Just select on this, select on the center of the circle, click on constraint define and click on the fix button. So my circle can be fixed. Now let's just select both of the center point of the circle and horizon. These can be coincident. Let's have these objects. This is to define the constraint. Just select the line and give it a value. Constraint is defined. Likewise we can define the other side too, and we can define the positions of the sides, either horizontal or vertical. So in this type we have defined our rectangle. Likewise we can give the radius of the circle too. Let's give it a 30 value. We can define the position of the center of this circle, either vertical position, and this looks overdefined because of this constraint which was already defined. So let's just delete one of the constraint and let's just delete, zoom in, just position this and click on this constraint and delete it. Now we can define the horizontal positioning of the center of the circle. Let's give it a value of 150. And next is vertical position. Let's give it a value of 30. So my circle is also defined by fully defined, as it's shown by green color. Next let's have another pair and define the contact constraint. Select the line, select the circle, and this has been defined as contact constraint. Now let's have a rectangle and click on the fix together. So this makes sure that all the parts are fixed together, all of the lines and points are fixed together. So this is our fixed together. Now let's define the sides. Let's just delete this. Let's define the sides of this rectangle. So as you can see, just by defining the two sides with respect to origin, my whole rectangle is defined because all of the parts were fixed together. If you want to add a separate point into fix together, just double click on the fix together and select the point, and this has also been fixed together along with the lines of the rectangle. And now if you undo this command, this point could be moved, but if it is fixed together, it can't be moved. Next is auto constraint command. Let's just make a rectangle and go to auto constraint, select all the elements, select the reference element, let's say vertical element, and the symmetry line, let's say horizontal element, and make sure that you are on the chained type and click on OK button. So as you can see here, all of the lines are given constraint along with the origin. Let's have a line segment and give it an angle constraint of 30. Next is to animate constraint. We are going to animate the angle constraint from first value to the last value. Let's give the first value to be 0 and last value to be 360 and number of steps to be 100. Let's animate this. So as you can see here, and this is the forward only type animation. Now if you give minus 360 degrees, so it will rotate on the clockwise direction instead of anti-clockwise like last time. Let's give it a value of 300 and go to forward only. You can also decrease the speed by increasing the number of steps. So this is our animate constraint. Next is edit multi constraint. Suppose you have given a number of constraints and you want to edit them, so these can also be edited by this command. Let's auto constraint all of the elements about the vertical and horizontal. So as you can see here, my circle and rectangle is fully defined and given all of the constraint. Let's go to edit multi constraint. So here are the number of constraints which I can edit anytime just by selecting the constraint and giving a current value to be improved. My object will be updated automatically. As you can see here, these are the two changes which I created. Next let's change the third value and click on the OK. So this type we can modify all the constraint. Here I'm going to conclude this tutorial 5 and tutorial 5th, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching video tutorials from CAD Desk head office. Stay tuned.